world. Let me switch which realm I'm looking at. Away from my insanity and back to the characters I'm actually streaming. Cause, oh boy, no. Okay, so I believe that I had switched modes to doing things by region rather than by level, which means that we are back to burn it all. Both the character and that's what we're doing today. Yeah, that was a bad joke. I agree. Did that even count as a joke, really? I'm really not sure it did. I think it kinda didn't. But that's not gonna stop me from making it again in the future. It really won't. Anyway, let's get some stuff done. I really need to get a haircut. Like, I am really feeling that I have taken longer than I normally would to get one. The reason I say that is because my hair literally just, like, fell into my eye. So you know, that was annoying. Okay, trying to think if there's anything else that we need to do before we just go, and I don't think there is. So, let's get moving. Also just realized that I'm doing a dumb. I started using my keyboard instead of my gamepad, like, what is this insanity, right? Like, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Anyway, let's go pick up those mossy tumors, and then look around for Black Moss the Fetid once again. It'll be a fun search for Mr. Fetid himself. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let's go. There's no one watching, but I'm gonna pretend there is. Although, once again, there's a user here that I'm pretty sure is a bot, because Twitch isn't telling me anyone's watching, and, there they are. Though, of course, that could always just be Twitch messing with me. Hard to tell, you know, really. Hey, another human. Haha. Another insane person, in other words. Just remember, every human you see here did that corpse run. That's the only way to get here at this level. Is to either have a friend escort you the whole way, in which case, wow, solid friend. Or to just accept that you're going to die repeatedly and make the run. Which, while it means you don't have as good of a friend, is probably a little more realistic for most people. I should make some water. I'm getting really close to my lowest level character being level 3 in this, and considering how many characters I have, that feels kind of disgusting. That I really am close to doing that. Like, on the one hand, I'm like, yeah. On the other, I'm like, ooh, I know exactly how long I've been spending on that. And man, it's best defined with the words too much in time. In other words, I've been spending too much time on other things and not enough on this. Woo! No, really, I've been spending a bit too much time on this. Not gonna sugarcoat that. Like,
It's too far away.
I'm like, to put it in perspective, I solidly put half an hour a day into my ridiculous plan to do every character. Oh, is that it? No, that's just a Mire Beast. Shame. That's one of the spots that that it can spawn. So I was hoping, and If you don't know what it is, it's Black Moss the Fetid. Can spawn in a lot of the Timberling spots, and that's one of them. And as you might be able to tell from the name Black Moss, it's one of the more darker colored ones. No, that's just a normal one. I do, however, have all the mossy tumors I need, so I no longer need to kill any more of these. I can just go around looking for Black Moss the Fetid. The wiki says that Black Moss the Fetid can only spawn in places that elders can, but I know I've seen him over there, so I'm not sure I trust that. So it's quite possible that elder can also spawn there, and I just haven't run into it yet. Like that's not impossible. But I've only ever run into Black Moss the Fetid and his adorable compatriots, the crap, what are they called? The other blue black version of Timberlings. Oh hey. Sure, I'll fight you. Invalid target. Oh, only works on beasts, humanoids, and critters. Very well then. I probably should read my abilities more, huh? Oh well. It was easy enough anyway. Oh, Sir Black Moss, where are you? You can come out now. I promise to only murder you a little bit. Wait, I probably shouldn't open with that, huh? Darn it. Didn't quite kill it with that. Ugh. How annoying. Anyway. Let's continue on. Let's see. Yeah, there's none down there. That's just a fall to one's doom. Okay, let's keep looking for Mr. Black Moss himself. Man, this is the longest it's taken me to find him. Every other character found him so far has found him pretty easy. Just not quite so lucky with this. Also gonna take a glance over here to see if by chance their name I don't remember. The spider spirit, whose name I can't remember, is spawned over here right now. Because this is one of the two sides. And yeah, Lady Sothra. She's over here right now, so I'll take Lady Sothra out since I can't find Black. I did not mean to cast another Frostbolt, but whoops, oh well. Too late now. And there we go. There's another dead spider. I just did the world a favor. By cleansing this spider spirit, I am of course not saying that all giant evil spiders should die. Or well, I'm not saying that all giant spiders should die. I'm just saying that all giant evil spiders should die. And I assume giant spiders are evil until proven otherwise. I mean, what? I didn't say that. You didn't hear that, that's for sure. Okay. Hey ho, hi ho, let's go. Timberling Mire Beast, that's the other kind. Okay, let's keep walking along. We're gonna focus on the right side this time, since I just walked up and down the left one. Or, I really shouldn't give in those terms, huh? Since I'm literally facing the opposite direction, so right and left have switched. I'm going to walk down this side, the one that I am currently on, and focus on it since I walked down the other bank before. I just realized I should just say west and east, huh? I'm going to focus on the west bank because I walked down the east, the east bank before. Okay, yeah, I got my banks right. I have not embarrassed myself in front of the people. That's annoying. My gosh, where is this jerk? Black Moss the Fetid, come out here, you coward. Seriously. Like, I am running out of places to search for you, you jerk. Like literally, I actually am running out of places to look. Okay, so I'm gonna do a big circle, make sure there's none chilling out on this side of this. Also, since I'm not in combat, I'm gonna take the opportunity to renew my buffs before they run out. Like, they weren't super close to running out, but I mean, I've got nothing else to do with that mana, right? I don't think he can spawn this far up, but since I can't find him at the moment, I'm not exactly an expert. So you know. Yeah, that's right, get slowed, jerk. Okay. Let's looky-loo over here. It's definitely not that one. That's just a normal trampler. Okay, I'm just very saddened by the fact that I have yet to find Black Moss the Fetid. Another trampler. I guess I'll just run back through the area it just was on the off chance that he respawned somewhere along there. It'd be more convenient if there were less Night Sabers around that I had the dodge. Fire Beasts. I'm walking along the eastern bank again. I almost said embankment, which I don't know that that's not right. I don't know my water words well enough. I know bank is right. So we're gonna go with that. Because I know that that one is correct. I think embankment might also be correct. But I'm not certain about that one. Okay, we're just gonna kill this guy just cause he's in my way. That's his crime. Daring to be in my path. Truly he must pay with death. I mean, what? Anyway, let me use the Scroll of Spirit here. That's just another Mire Beast. More Mire Beasties. Another Mire Beast. Boy. I'm very saddened. Another Mire Beast. Black Moss the Fetid, come out here, you coward. Coward, come out where I can murder you. Am I gonna have to just keep clearing Elder Timberlings until Black Moss the Fetid spawns? Is that what I have to do? I just got lucky every other time and he was already spawned? So is that what's going on here? I mean, that's what I'm about to start doing, is just killing them until he appears, because I am not seeing him anywhere. About to start killing them out of annoyance, if nothing else. Yep, still don't see him. Okay, I'm gonna look up Black Moss the Fetid right quick and make sure that he doesn't have some, like, super, annoying place that he will respawn sometimes. You know? Reading up on some really old comments. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna have to... The biggest recommendation they have is that if... or at least the most trustworthy seeming one, is that if he's not here when you come through, just come back later. Because it seems like he has a really long respawn timer as a rare monster. At least that seems to be the consensus. On the other hand, it is ultimately an internet forum, and that doesn't mean that what most people are saying is at all accurate to the truth. But I'll come back later anyway. Not like I don't have plenty of other things to be doing right now. By plenty of other things, I mean, I guess I have some other quests to turn in, because I just realized I actually don't have that much else to do. In this area is this character. So, you know, life is pain, I guess. Anyway. let's just keep walking. It'll be great. We will continue to get stuff done. One of these days I'm actually gonna like properly set up my streams so that way chat appears somewhere. Probably as an overlay over, you know, where chat appears in the game. Especially since I'm generally playing alone and therefore don't care about, the in-game chat. And even if I did play with someone, I'd probably play with one of my friends and then they'd just be on a voice call with me. So none of my friends play this game who would be willing to voice chat on stream, I don't think. So that's actually really unfortunate. Oh well. Anyway, let's keep walking. Got places to be and places to go and other stuff to do. Got so much to do. I really, really want to get some more stuff done. Lots of stuff to do. Not sure what else I want to stream on here. I might stream me doing some random challenges of games I've played on my YouTube channel over the summer. We'll see. Like, it's really a matter of I don't really know what I want to do with this Twitch channel. Like, I am hard winging it, which you'll find is my general plan in life anyway, so it's not like this is anything more than anything different from what I usually do. Like, hard winging it is just my lifestyle. That's just where I'm at pretty much all times. But I am winging it just a tad bit harder than usual. These days, I don't know. I'm really hoping that I'm having Chile Verde tonight, and I'm really hoping it's done when I finish streaming at 9. I'm looking forward to it. I also didn't exactly eat lunch today. I just had brunch. And I realized around 5 that that was a terrible decision. So I had a quick snack, but not very much. And the reason it's a terrible decision is, of course, because it's a streaming day. Which means that I'm eating dinner super late. I'm gonna be starving by 9. I'm gonna hate myself by then. For doing this to myself. You know what? I could make today a fishing day. All my people need to learn fishing still. Or all my, alliance people need to learn to be good fishermen. So I could just make today a fishing day. Or more accurately, I could just make some week a fishing week, honestly. Like, I'd love that to be a joke, but I know that realistically it's not. That's how long it'll take to get all of my characters through fishing. I'll get all of them through finishing the Darnassus area, and then have all of them do the fishing. Yeah. That seems like a plan.
I
don't know.
that she lacks.
Okay. There you go. Thanks for the next quest. You're useless, but whatever. Whee! Okay, so I have some enchanted stuff here. I know I have at least one. Do I have any other stuff? Doesn't look like it, and I don't have any mail. Oh wait, no, I have 2 things that are enchanted. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna go disenchant. stuff. Learn disenchanting, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I can't do that while moving. Disenchanting is the best way to level up your enchanting for a while. Most things you can make with enchanting really aren't really worth it. The only thing that's really worth it is wands. 2 lesser magic essences, that's not the worst. Got 2 strange dusts. Anything else magic in my inventory here? Are we done with disenchanting for right now? Okay, looks like we're done with disenchanting for right now. Wait, no, I had one more thing to disenchant. Okay, let me disenchant this right quick. There we go. Now put my extra stuff away. Why did I put the dynamite away? That was a weird decision. Wait, nope, boggling roots stay out because I'm gonna sell those. Malachite can go away. Cloth can stay out because I'll use that. Let's see, silver bar can go away because I don't feel like mailing it to my warrior today. And the rest of this is junk items. Okay. Cool. Let's go over to first aid. Make 8 heavy linen bandages, which is the best use of linen. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. At least this character can't heal themselves, right? So it's not like a complete waste to make bandages. Unlike, you know, on my priest or my shaman or my druids, where it's like pretty much a complete waste. Like there's no point to it whatsoever. It is utterly wasteful. Anyway, I just realized that the benefit of sprouted fronds is they can be used on other people. Nice. Not going to use them for that, but it's nice to know they have a purpose. Okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot to go turn in the other quest. Whoopsie. Anyway, let's go get that done. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go turn in this other quest, then... Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna turn in this quest, and we're gonna go back... Darn it, there we go. Then we're gonna go back out here, we're gonna search for black moss again. When we inevitably don't find them, we're gonna go to Tolnar, turn in our quests out there. And then we'll swing back and check for, him again. I'm really hoping my mic gets here soon. It should be here sometime Thursday or later. Also, I may not be streaming Thursday. I really want to be streaming on Thursday, but that might not happen. Not that matters because no one's here. Aside from some bots. Me and the bots hanging out, having fun at my expense? Really? Yeah, that's sad. Anyway, I don't know. I'm thinking it might not be a good idea to have both Twitch and YouTube, but Twitch is just so much better for streaming purposes. It's just got so many nice things for streaming and community management that YouTube just doesn't have. So like on the one hand, it makes it harder because my audiences are effectively on 2 different platforms, and just because someone finds me on one doesn't necessarily mean that they'll go to the other, or that they'll even find the other, even if they would go over to it. Right there, I offered a sacrifice. We're gonna pretend the sacrifice I offered was the health I lost when jumping down. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the play. But yeah, because it's like, just because someone finds me on Twitch doesn't necessarily mean they'll find me on YouTube, and vice versa.
What brings you here?
But on the other hand, this truly is just a much, much better system for... Like, this truly is just much, much better. In general. like Twitch is just better for live streaming. I mean, and when you think about it, that makes sense. For YouTube, live streaming is a side thing. It's not their main thing, and even if it's Google behind it, they're probably not throwing too many engineers at it. Like, probably still a decent amount, but compared to the amount they throw at the rest of YouTube, drop in the bucket. Whereas for Twitch, it's literally their entire platform. It's the same kind of thing as YouTube has a lot of better stuff for watching videos. Because of course it does. Because that's their main platform. It's the same thing, just in reverse, right? But you know, I'm rambling a bit on about that, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting dynamic between them of which one they're better at. And it makes sense. But like, yeah, it means that like it means that you grow slower. But in the end, you're on a platform that's better. Your content is on platforms that are better suited to it. And ultimately, that's what I want. That's what I want, what I really... But yeah, it's definitely better to do it this way, overall. So long as you really want to do both. Like there are channels that really do only stream occasionally. Like, look at the way Alpharad operates these days. He used YouTube for his, for the Mario Odyssey streams he did recently, but that's mainly because he doesn't use Twitch anymore. And that's because he doesn't stream regularly anymore. So it makes more sense for him to just use the platform that he's currently most active on to do it, whereas if you're someone like me who's trying to be equally active on both platforms, this makes more sense. I'm really hoping that when I have my mic, I can not edit and be happy with the quality that comes out for my longer form stuff on YouTube. I'm really hoping that my long form Let's Plays on YouTube will feel good. I'm gonna start, probably not with Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I think I'm gonna start trying to keep a list of moments that I thought were funny in different YouTube series, in preparation for eventually doing like actual editing. We'll see. I might try that out over the summer with whatever series I do next. Just, I'll still release the long form on YouTube like I have been, but I'll probably try and do something longer form, or do something edited with that footage too. Like some kind of, I don't know. Maybe just a montage of haha funny moments or something. I don't know yet. Like it's definitely, it's an idea that is firmly in its infancy. It's just something that I think would be fun to do. To like understand editing more, and if people end up liking it, then that's all the better, right? I saw that guy and I thought it was going to be Black Moss, but it wasn't. It was just a normal mire beast. At least once I'm over here, I don't have to mouse over them to check. Like, I just look for the blue one. Yeah, still not here. Okay, I'll swing by in a while. It's one of the unfortunate things about going after rare enemies is can't do much about it if they're not spawning. You know? You're kinda just stuck. And I don't know if killing more of those enemies will help spawn it faster, or if it just won't matter. What I'll do is if it's still not there after I've done everything else, I'll just keep killing elders until it appears. Because at that point, that's really all I can do. You know? You know. I don't know. Funny thing, I'm not actually sure I told any of my, friends. Like, I think I may have accidentally not told most of my friends I was streaming. Because I definitely told all of them when I started YouTube. But then I kind of, just didn't tell anyone when I started doing Twitch. Whatever, you know. Oops. Like, it's fine. I don't know. I mean, chances are that they probably wouldn't have spent too much time here. Like, see, that's an interesting thing. Like, I don't think I would ever spend a lot of time watching a streamer that I was personally friends with. Not to say that I wouldn't ever watch their stream, I just would probably pop in and see what they were up to, be like, oh hey, yeah, that's cool, and then either I would do one of two things. I would either just leave it on in the background, you know, to support them and be like, hey, there's another viewer for you, buddy, or I just wouldn't watch. Or I would just go. Like I don't think if I was friends with someone, if I'm friends with someone, I don't think I want to, you know, watch their long, uh, their long form content, you know? And a lot of that's because of the way Twitch works, right? It's all about building community and that's centered on them, and like that's cool and everything, but I would never feel like I was part of it, right? Because I'm their friend first, community member second. So it would be different. I don't know. Maybe other people don't feel that way. Maybe I'm the weird one. That's always possible. You could even call it likely, actually. But hey, let's not be mean to me by saying I'm weird. Yeah? Yeah. I mean, I am, but you know, there's no need to say it, right?
Feel free to browse.
Okay, let's sell all my junk items. Otherwise known as pretty much everything in my inventory. actually, wait. Is that black spot cape? Yeah, okay, it's the same. I'm gonna
Only
assume that the cloak I have on, I have on because I liked how it looked better. That's gonna be the assumption at least, and we're just gonna keep rolling with it.
I am honored.
Okay, there we go.
May the stars guide
Thanks. I'll be sure to not actually deliver this in a timely manner. I'll definitely tell you I'm going to, but it's not gonna happen, man. On so many different levels, it's not gonna happen. I'm just hoping that when I swing back, I can actually find Black Moss the Fetid, so that way I can finish this area in a timely manner. And I'm starting to really regret doing this as the first starting area, just because hunting down Black Moss the Fetid is probably going to be annoying with every character because I don't have... So when you're higher level, enemies aggro onto you from... enemies don't aggro onto you from as far.
greetings.
The higher level you are compared to them, the closer you have to be to aggro them. Which works well. It works out well for me. There we go, let's go get that. Gargantuan tumor. Doesn't sound very healthy, but I'll go get it anyway. Like, just look at this thing and be like, oh, you might want to get that checked out. I'm sad I didn't have the reflexes to click that person as they went by me. Because I feel bad now because they gave me a buff and I didn't give them a buff, and... yeah, I don't know. I need to be better about my giving everyone I see a buff thing. Honestly, because I played Shaman first in this, it's not a habit I ever picked up, right? Because I played Shaman first to level 50 something. So, you know, at that point, like, that's just what I was used to, was not doing that. So now it's just like, whoops, anyway, let me just clear out this jerk. Yeah, that's right, stupid trampler. Burn, baby, burn. Thanks for the cracked short bow, I guess. Okay. Realizing I probably should have waited for more mana, huh? Especially if he's going to resist my spells like that, like a rude dude. Well, now I have to smack him around a bit. My magic staff. Also, let me let me chug a health potion right quick. You know, for no particular reason. Okay, that should be enough. There we go. A-okay. Although, man, that was too close for how much higher level than him I was. Although, it would have been significantly less close if I'd actually waited for full mana before attacking him. But still. Too close. For me. It annoys me how close that was. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now we keep walking until we get where we are going. Okay. One nice thing about playing those other characters like a half hour at a time is I'm not getting as fatigued on early areas as I did. Like, so I started most of these characters when I had like a week off. And so, like, I did the starting areas for most of these 16 characters back to back.
Ishnu Allah.
Or most of the 8 characters, excuse me. 8 of these guys I started on stream, so, you know.
Goddess, watch over them.
But the first 8, the ones that were on board, I did most of the starting areas for them back to back. And that was really fatiguing, because I did the same 3 starting areas 7 times in a very close proximity, and that was a week or 2 before I started streaming. Or maybe just a week before. Heck if I remember. But yeah, so it was a situation where I didn't, words are hard. It was a situation where by the end of it, I wanted to cry. No. It was a situation where by the end of that, I was really fatigued on the starting areas. It's actually part of the reason I started, when I was streaming, I started doing the Alliance too, was because I wanted to play somewhere that looked different. Because I still had one starting area to go on a bunch of my characters, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to do, crap, what's the undead starting area called? I really didn't want to do Tears Fall Glades again with 5 more characters. That sounded like a terrible experience. So I started playing the Alliance characters, and I really like that, and that's actually one of the reasons why I'm going to be kind of like interleaving with the Alliance characters. Yeah, so what I'm gonna end up doing is, once the Alliance characters are caught up with the Horde characters, is doing like one section with, say, my Paladin, then one section with my Shaman, and then so on down the line. Of doing one and that'll go really well until I get about halfway through the game and have to do, more than halfway through the game, until I start getting to the point where I start going to neutral areas in the later parts of the game. And therefore I have to do the same quests 16 times instead of 8, and then doing things that way starts to feel a lot more obnoxious. So much more obnoxious. Every time I go to some edge like that, I wonder to myself, did I just jump somewhere that I can't get out of? Because there's a button for that in this game. Places like that do in fact exist. There are places you can go that you can't leave. Like, there's a button in the menus for specifically if you get in that situation where you have messed up and ended up somewhere where you cannot leave. And I'm just going to go kill the Elder Timberlings. Let's call them Elderlings, which is, you know, close enough, I guess, but not technically their name, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna go kill Elderlings until, also, oh, that's good to know. Those things aren't slowed down by swimming. I could tell because, even after hitting me, it didn't actually get slower. So that implies that, or it was still as fast as I was. So that implies that it just doesn't get slowed down by swimming at all. Or at least it won't get slowed down by both swimming and, being actually slowed. Or I would have left it behind while it was still in the water. Okay, so here's hoping that my luck shines through. Oh, wait, gotta make sure. Okay. Gotta mouse over all the blue black, green one, whatever the color these things are supposed to be. The darker blue ones. Well, let's go with that as our color description for them for today. Anyway, so we are just going to light these guys on fire until such time as I have a rare enemy to fight. Accidentally threw 2 frost bolts. Whoops. Okay, let's drink some water. Really wish there was a mage trainer somewhere around here so I could get the next tier of water, because my level is high enough to learn it. But whatever. It's fine. I need to get closer. Downside of not being back at my apartment is here I'm using a computer chair that's not as good. It's worse in a very specific way, in that it doesn't, if I lean back in it, so it's a height adjustable desk chair, right? Like pretty standard rolly chair stuff, nice and cushy. But when I lean back in it, it goes down. Like the height of the chair goes down to the bottom. Which is a really weird design decision to me. But it means that I can't lean back. And that's really... Why am I drinking when I just leveled up? What am I doing? That feel when you realize you're doing something that makes absolutely no sense. These guys still give me XP. They do. Cool, at least there's that, right? Also, let me just say that I hard disagree with how much health he got back there. Burned to death, baby. Okay, if I kill enough of you, I'll at least stay here long enough for that jerk to spawn. My computer just froze in a really worrying way. Thought that stuff was gonna break, but it's fine. Nothing actually broke. Been a while since my computer did that. So why can I jump off these falls though? Like, why is committing suicide here an option? Yeah, shoot right through the ground. I am the most powerful mage of all. The ground does not hinder me. I made a terrible mistake. I mean, it's really not that bad, but I could have killed it before it healed itself. I just didn't believe in myself. So I started casting another fire when what I should have done, another fireball, and what I should have done was just use Fire Blast. I would have died, but I didn't believe in myself enough, so I chose not to.
It's too far away.
Come on, there we go. It's sometimes it's really hard to properly estimate range in this.
I need to get close.
Well, here's yet another enemy. Oh boy, a driftwood branch. Yeah, that's a nice staff. Is it better than the staff I have? Damage-wise? No. This is too slow. If I didn't have such a nice staff, that would have been nice, though. But I do, so... Screw you, Mr. Jerkface. I don't know. There he is! It's Black Moss the Fetid! He spawned! It was all worthwhile! Murdering all these things was the right solution. Hey there, buddy. Yeah. Had a feeling. If someone comes along and kills Black Moss the Fetid while fighting this guy, I might cry. Actually, I'll probably be angry more than sad, but... I'll definitely be annoyed. No, Scout's cloak looks better. The warped cloak. I thought from the coloring that it'd be... from the coloring on here that'd be a nice color, but... It's kinda meh. Okay, that should be enough. Now let's wreck this boy. Heck yeah, goodbye, Black Moss the Fetid. Give me my moss-twined heart. Let me take this quest. Let me go turn it in. And then be very, very happy. And then I just have to go turn in a few more quests, and then I'm done with this area with this character. I can move on to the next character in the lineup. It's gonna be great. Oh, okay. That is a big step forward. Got one more thing solidly done. And it was an annoyingly hard thing too, so you know, bonus points. Plus, we actually got through a decent amount of bonus XP with all the things we had to kill. So you know, that's nice. It's not like a huge amount of bonus XP we got through, but it's a fair amount. It's enough that it'll contribute to us never seeing the end of our bonus XP. Yeah, for the record, we are definitely at the point where I would be very surprised. Like, the only way we're gonna run out of bonus XP is if I actually run a dungeon. Like, that's really the only way I'm gonna run out of bonus XP on any character at this point. Is if I actually run a dungeon. Like that's really it. There's really nothing else I can do to run out of bonus XP at this point. By the way, I should double check. It's like a no, I should fix that. Actually, wait. Okay, we're good. What I was doing there was I was checking to make sure that I had Great Quest set to visible. It's an important thing to make sure that's character specific, because Questies options are character specific. I'm sure there's some way to tell it to keep all my character options the same, but I never bothered to learn how, so here we are. Plus, it's really just a quick check mark. It's not like it's hard to do. Just clicking on the minimap just for funsies. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Not having a chat mix is hard. Can't wait until I actually have... On the one hand, I can't wait. On the other hand, man, I go to other streams and I'm like, I'm not sure I want that. I want a medium-sized chat. That's what I want. Like what some streamers that I watch have. Like, uh, like the times that I've watched like Keely and uh Egg and Joe Sniffy stream, their their audiences haven't been super obnoxious, I guess. But then there's there's like their audience, you know, there's still people in their chat who are gonna be annoying and, you know, be kind of jerks. But it's not that bad compared to like when I've watched Alpharad stream and like his chat is actually toxic sometimes. Like that's I want a medium size chat, 'cause once it gets too big, people start getting a bit toxic.
What brings you here?
There's less toxicity at smaller sizes. There we go. I'm so happy I got a cleansed Timberling heart. I don't really care, to be honest. They're actually not that good. Can't believe that I just got dazed by one of these level 6 turds. I am more than double your level. Back off. Show some respect for your elders. Look at this hair. I am old man. Show some respect. Honestly. Anyway, go over here, then head into Darnassus, turn in my one quest. Take Trouble in Darkshore. And realize that I missed that with some other characters, I think. Which is really annoying. But I'm not going to worry too much about it with my other characters for right now. Specifically, I'm pretty sure I missed it with my priest, but I'm not flying back for that quest. Especially when it's effectively just a lead-in into the next area, so I can just, when I'm doing the next area, go pick it up and continue on. After all, the challenge here is not to do every quest in any particular order, it's just to do every quest. So it doesn't really matter at what point I take the quests. It's just a matter of take them when it's convenient. And with this character, it's more convenient to take it before I leave the area. Life is good. I'm feeling a lot less stressed right now. I got some good work done on a lot of my projects that I needed to do. And I'm gonna, like, be super busy between now and Thursday. But after Thursday, I should be at a point where I'm in a much more chill place. So I should be able to stream longer on Saturday. Especially if I end up not streaming on Thursday, I'll definitely stream longer on Saturday. But again, I don't know if I'll be streaming longer on Thursday or not. Like, I will find out. Or I don't know if I'll be streaming on Thursday or not streaming longer. I will find out on Thursday, probably. I'll drop some kind of Twitter. Or some kind of Twitter. I was gonna say Twitter announcement, and I was like, and then I thought halfway through that I was like, no, I should just say tweet. And then I just said Twitter instead of either. And yeah, I'll drop some kind of tweet about it sometime Thursday on whether I'm streaming that day or not. It'll either be a, hey, come watch me stream, or it'll be a, I'm not streaming today. Sorry, guys. Yeah, like it'll be one of the two. Anyway, I can close this Black Moss the Fetid page now. But yeah, I'm hoping to eventually get a setup that pretty much requires that I only use automated tools to edit. Like, that's my goal, is that for my normal videos, to not have to do any editing, and to only do editing when I want to. When I have an idea of something I want to do, like the compilation of haha funny moments. Like, that's something I personally want to do. I want to get to the point where my normal uploads just don't require much editing at all. Because that leaves me more free time to do other things. Like, I really want to throw together some kind of song composition and ending screen that I can put at the end of all my videos, and like there's a lot of things like that that I want to do, but I just can't put the time in when I have to edit. Heck, this quarter I can't even put the time in, even right now when I'm not editing, just because I don't have the time. And that's only going to get worse. Like, fundamentally for me, streaming and YouTube are a side thing. I don't want to make this my career. If it made some money, that'd be nice. But this isn't my job, and I don't ever want it to be. I think I talked about it last stream that, like, the order of jobs I want is, like, a software development job that I think is making the world a better place. Then, for a while at least, the next thing on the totem pole is just a software development job. Then teaching. Then a job that makes the world a better place. And then entertainment. So streaming, music, that kind of stuff. Like, that's the order for me, because that's what I'm more passionate about. Like, I like streaming, and I like being an entertainer and doing these things. I find it fun to do. And I like making music, but it's fundamentally not what I care about on a day in and day out level. It's a hobby for me, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with it staying that. If it's a hobby that makes me some money, that's great, but it's fundamentally still a hobby. And I'm the kind of person who doesn't really care all that much about money anyway. Past a certain point of income, I tend to just give away money. So I don't see that changing. You know, like, maybe the point of income might go up a bit if I, you know, do this thing that people do where they have a family and things as they get older. But, like, there will still fundamentally be a point after which I just go, well, I'm just gonna, you know, pick a good cause and donate the rest of this. And it's really funny because I've had this conversation with people, and they'll be like, but aren't you worried that, you know, one day you'll wish you'd invested that money or something? And I'm like, well, first of all, if I believe that a company is going to do something good, I wouldn't mind being an angel investor in them once I'm at the point where I'm making money. You know, if I'm at a point where I have enough money to do that, that'd be totally cool. But more importantly, I believe in myself. Like it's this really funny thing. So sometimes I'll be like super self-deprecating. But when it comes to my ability to earn money, I have such a strong belief in myself. Honestly, a bit unwarranted. But there is literally no doubt in my mind that I'm not going to be able to make enough money to be fine. Not a doubt. I explicitly picked the thing that I was best at, the thing that I was best at and enjoyed the most, that makes the most money. Like, it's definitely not the sole reason I picked software development, but I'm a unicorn, man. In terms of what places want, I am great at doing logical stuff and optimization stuff, and I'm learning more about it all the time. I'm a software developer who knows how to teach, which is really, really rare. That's probably, like, easily my most marketable thing is, Like, look, I'm a software developer. I know what I'm doing. I've built actual programming projects, including full games. Here they are. You can see them. And by full games, I mean more full game engines. I have a JRPG game engine I mess around with sometimes. I don't like messing around with it anymore. It's in Java, and that just scares me. One of these days, I'll switch it over to C++, but anyway, so, and like this is a game engine I built in high school, and I've just been improving it over the years whenever I feel like it. And it's a full engine. It's operational. It works. It looks kind of bad, but that's more on me not throwing any good art into it than the programming of it, you know? Like, that's why it looks bad. It looks bad because I don't do art. Uh, not because the other parts of it are bad. You know what? You know what? Let me find... Okay, so you do fishing supplies, but where's a fishing trainer? Fishing trainer... Fishing.
Good luck, friend.
Really? We're there?
Elune
Huh.
Adore.
Anyway, let me get that. This. Get this.
Good luck, friend.
Okay, we're gonna go fishing. We're gonna get this character's fishing up to 100. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be lots of fun. And I look forward to it greatly. But yeah, yeah, life is good. But yeah, so like, you know, my friends so the people I've talked to who are like, you know, are you worried about, you know, running out of money in the future? And the answer is no. If I'm at the point where I can't make enough money for sustenance, then money is worthless. Like truly it is at that point. Like, I am at the crossroads of literally the most marketable you can be. I'm an engineer. I'm getting certified to teach in both computer science and math. And at that point, if I can't get a job where I can make money, if I can't use my skills where I can make money, one of two things has happened. Either I've suffered some unfortunate personal disaster that has bereft me of, like, my hands or something. Or something like that. Like, I've had some terrible health incident. Or the world is so... Or the world, or possibly just the United States in particular, is so ridiculously screwed that there was no career path and no amount of money I could have saved up that would have helped. You know? And I'm sure there's a couple other edge cases there I'm not thinking of, but they're pretty, you know, like I just said, edge casey. Huh. Have a recipe for... Huh.
Go in peace. Can I assist you?
That's an interesting problem.
Elune light your path.
I don't think I know how to cook small fish. Let me go to cooking. Yeah, I don't know how to cook small fish. Huh. That's really a problem I didn't expect to have, I'll be honest. There's a mud snapper, but I can't. I don't know how to cook those either. The heck, game? The only fishing recipes it's giving me are for things I can't... That's gonna, yeah, it's gonna get away. My hands were off the mouse. But yeah, so we get to fish today. It's definitely a vibe day. It's a chill out and vibe day. Like that's what this is. Gameplay is not going to be interesting. Uh, that's just that's where we are at today. We're at chill out and vibe until my fishing is level 100. Yeah, gonna be a bit. Like, gosh darn it. Like it's gonna be a hot second. Getting all these fish I can't cook, and it's kind of annoying. Gosh darn it. Life is pain. In a minute, I'm gonna look up where I get the cooking recipe for small fish on the Alliance side. I'm not gonna get that one. I was still Googling the location of brilliant small fish. The brilliant small fish recipe, more accurately. Just move this window over. Come on. I'm about to have to go do a run because I forgot that most obvious of truths, which is to buy every recipe from every cooking supplier ever that I ever run into. I don't know why I haven't been. At least now that I have money. Like it is a major oversight on my part. So let me just use that so that way it's out of my inventory. Because part of what I want to do is have every character have every recipe for at least the things that they can learn. Like obviously I don't have to have every recipe of every profession because that's not possible. Although, you know, I don't actually know. I'm not gonna do it, but I am curious if mechanically when you lose a profession, if you also lose all recipes associated with it. I mean, not many people are gonna give up level 300 uh in a profession just to check if when they level it again, they still have those recipes, right? That's just not worth it. But I am curious if that is how that works or not. Anyway, close the guide I had open now that I'm going and getting my stuff. Okay. Let's keep walking. Put my screen back where I usually keep it and keep on going. Okay, let's keep on walking down the street. Keep on walking to the beat. Gonna keep on walking, keep on walking. So the funny thing is I could totally not have a staff. And it'd be fine cause I'm a wizard. I could just walk around with a fishing pole and a half. Cause I'm a wizard. Technically a mage, but wizard, same thing. I think fundamentally the reason I have a tendency to sing when playing this is because it feels like a road trip to me, right? Like that's what you do. That's what walking in this is like. It's like a road trip. So you know breaking into song is the appropriate action. Though usually you do it while listening to a song, but that causes copyright problems, so... You know? Since I'm also uploading my streams and archiving them to YouTube, I am doing my absolute best to make sure that none of my streams contain anything that wouldn't be allowed in a video, right? I'm really tempted to like send an email to a company and be like, yo, what do I need to do to have proper licensing to play your game? And see what kind of response I get. Just to see what they would say. If I did this, I'd probably do this to a few companies. You know, companies like Square and stuff like that, be like, okay, so look, I wanna stream a Let's Play of your game in its entirety. What do I need to do to license that? Because it bothers me, and like every other industry, there are standards for this already. Even the other new industries, like granted, video games are an even newer industry than like film, but like film and other industries and music, like they all have standards for how this works. Then we have this just chilling out, like no standards whatsoever. Anyway, let me just do that. There we go. I spent a fair amount of money, but I now have all of the cooking recipes from this shop. I don't ever have to come back here for cooking recipes, at least. I've successfully guaranteed that. Although I'm sure one day I'll have to do a proper journey with each character for all the cooking recipes I've missed. Because I'm definitely not going to remember to do that every time, right? Not to mention that cost like 60 silver, so, you know, I have to be at the end of this area to even afford what I just did. Anyways, okay, so goal right now is to get cooking up to 100, which means I'll have to put the sagefish delight in my, bank anyway. Ooh. Oh my gosh, why did I not learn to cook as a... So, I just realized that I need to learn to cook as a shaman. So other classes get a way to keep their mana regeneration going during combat. Shamans don't. Although other classes still get reduced mana regeneration, they do in fact get mana regeneration during combat. And that is a huge difference from shamans who only get a water totem that restores 2 to 4 mana every couple of seconds. And, like, yeah, that's mana, it exists. But once your mana's in the thousands, that's not even a drop in the bucket. It doesn't even qualify as a drop in your mana pool. So it would be, so anything that gives you more mana per 5 seconds is super important for shamans and other things for shamans to have. And it's nice on pretty much every class that has mana, and I'm really disappointed I didn't learn how to cook on my shaman. Like, dang. Why did I not do... I've made terrible mistakes. Like, I am learning how to cook. Like, that doesn't so much matter at this level, but at level 60 with raids, I'm sure that that legitimately starts to matter. So yeah. It'd be interesting to do some math as a as someone who gets regeneration through combat, if it's better to do this or to use food that increases your spirit, which increases your regeneration. But I don't know how much it increases your regeneration, so I don't know what that math is. But I'm sure someone somewhere knows the formula. Like someone has scienced this, I'm sure. Like, I am certain that someone has figured out how this works. Anyway, so we're going to go do more fishing, I guess. Like, that's the plan. Yeah. Like, that's where we're at. Gonna go do more fishing. So, let's just go fish for a bit. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're gonna go until we have fishing 100. Like, that's the goal. This will probably take a significant, it definitely won't take an insignificant portion of the rest of the stream. Let's put it that way. Like, it'll be a fair amount of the rest of the stream. Just gotta vibe and fish. Fish got away. Okay, need to... I'm going to look up where I can I'm going to look up where I can fish this that I don't have as many other things, hopefully. Because right now what's happening is there's a lot of other higher level fish in the water. Like these level 15 ones, and my fishing level is too low to get them consistently. So I'm missing fish, and that's going to take longer than if I just go somewhere that has lower level fish. So here. Let me look up a fishing guide right quick and discover where it is that I need to be doing my fishing for uh efficiency. Okay. Fortunately, it looks like it's not super uh well listed. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of detail about where higher level things can be found, but nobody cares about the lower level stuff. Okay, I'll do the other solution. Which is honestly probably the better solution, which is just buy a shining bauble and use that. Because that'll greatly increase how I don't know, words are hard. It greatly increases your fishing skill for a bit.
May the stars guide you.
So we're just gonna use that. And that should cover us until our actual fishing skill is high enough for this area. I'm just hoping that we get enough raw brilliant fish. Gosh darn it, fish still got away. Game like this. Like, that's just bad luck. Now I wait once more to be time to fish. And I'm really just hoping I get enough fish that I can cook with. Yeah. I was too busy looking at what recipes I had. Come on. No, you want to. Darn it. Ugh. I am about to go try another fishing area. Yeah, okay. Even with the bobble, this is not working for me. Like around the third missed fish in a row is the point at which I'm gonna say, okay, that's my fishing skill not being high enough. Let's go find somewhere where it is. So we're going to head out here to this pond, since it's nice and close by, and try fishing there. Hopefully, it's got comparatively lower level fish. See. Hour and a half into the stream. I can smell the food. It smells delicious. I really wish I was eating it right now. Forsaken Sniper continues to be a good friend. He always retweets and likes whenever I say I'm streaming and stuff. Good friend. I would do the same for him, but he's one of my 3 followers, so there's really not a lot of point. If I retweet something he sends, it's a symbolic gesture more than anything else. Because I don't have any followers. Like, I am talking to a wall. That's why I'm grateful that he's retweeting stuff, because, you know, him liking and retweeting my things is probably my only real chance at actually having followers one day. Okay. I did not mean to right click that yet. My brain thought, let's get ready to right click, and my finger went right click now, got it. Yes, sir. It's like, oh, that's not what I... Hey, I got the 10-pound mud snapper. Heck yeah. I can equip that. Awesome. I'm tempted to run around with that and a fishing pole equipped. Oh, wait, that's right, fishing poles are two-handed. That's a real shame. Oh well, it's fine. And yeah, here's more the level of fish I wanted for right now. And more importantly, these are fish I can cook, which to me matters more right now. Because I also want to level my cooking off of this. So I really want to be getting, I need around 49 raw brilliant small fish, right? In order to level up my cooking. So, you know, I needed to be somewhere where they were common. Now we just keep on fishing. I'm getting a lot of jaw mud snappers. And fortunate thing here is that if I keep getting so many of them, I simply won't be able to level my cooking up enough to cook all of them. Which would be a real shame. Yeah, on my mage, the only thing I'm going to be using cooking for is special effects. Because if it's just normal food, I can just make that. you know? I can just make food of. I don't need to go through any hoops for that. That's just a thing I get to do because I'm a mage. All these other plebeians have to actually, like, do stuff smartly and stuff, whereas I just kind of go, you know what? Food does sound good. Oh, hey, here it is. Alright. Yeah, goal right now is to get 50 small fish. And 50 mud snappers eventually. At least 50 small fish. Getting more small fish, totally okay. I just don't think it'll happen, but still totally okay. Like, it's not a bad thing for me to get more of. Yeah, by the time my bauble wears off, I will be more than high enough level to be catching these fish. Now we continue waiting. Fishing actually, like, I don't know. I don't mind this kind of chill fishing minigame, you know? Like, you know what I mean? It feels like actual fishing. Or it's just, it's a really chill thing. There are some games, like, I'll definitely be streaming it eventually, but in, Dark Cloud 2, they make fishing into this really hectic mini game, and I'm like, man, whoops, did not mean to click. I actually kind of like games that are more like this. Fishing is relaxed, so long as it's not required. A game in which fishing is required had better make fishing interesting the whole time and not just this thing I do to relax. Because this is a different kind of entertainment, right? This is I'm gonna sit here, chill out, and just vibe for a bit, turn my brain off, and not really worry or think about anything. That's the kind of thing that this is. It's not any major thing. You know, on a complete tangent, how many people do you think will have like doing the kind of thing that I'm doing where you stream part-time is becoming a lot more common? And I'm really curious how many people over time will end up doing that. Like, I would love to see the statistics on that. I'm sure they're super interesting. Do, do, do. Also, if you're curious when I'll stop fishing here, the answer is when I have 49 brilliant small fish and at least 50 longjaw mud snappers. Because that's how many I need to have to get to the next tier. Or get all the cooking I want to do done. Does require 50 to learn jaw mud snappers, unless I'm mistaken. I'll check after I wait for this to do that, yeah. Yeah, requires 50 for long jaw mud snappers. Yeah. I think my favorite version of fishing so far in an MMO is Final Fantasy XIV. Just because it keeps that chill thing, but then it still, like, asks you to go to different places and try fishing different places. The only thing I didn't like about it is what they did was a little more realistic, but I think it hurts the way it feels, which is that every area has fish that you can't get when you first fish there. What I mean by that is areas have higher level fish in them, and when that's a good area for you to fish for your level, there will be things that you just cannot catch there. That your level's just straight up not high enough. And like, that's a realistic thing, but at the same time, I think it hurts the game feel. It definitely hurts my completionist feel. Because I want to finish each fishing hole, but I can't. I can't finish that fishing hole yet. You know? It hurts my inner completionist that I can't. And there's nothing I can do about it until I'm high enough level to catch those fish. It sucks. Like, it's not like the absolute worst or anything, but it's like my ideal fishing system wouldn't have that. I'm not even sure my ideal fishing system would have levels, necessarily. I think I'd probably go with more like a different bait kind of system. Or maybe just better fish will be in higher level areas. And not higher level fishing areas, but higher level, like, areas in general. And so you won't be able to... And so instead of... And then you have, like, a log to complete. Actually, that'd be interesting if you set it as... What levels you up is how complete your fishing log is. That'd actually be really interesting. It'd be fun. And that's what makes you a better fisherman. And then have like higher level fishing area. Like, effectively, what I would want is if you can fish in an area, you should be able to have a chance at catching every fish in it. Even if your chances aren't high for the highest level fish, that's fine. I just want to have a chance, right? I want it to be an option for me to just fish in that area until I've caught everything there at least once. Especially if you're going to actually give me a completionist logbook. Whoops, did not mean to click there. Especially if you're going to actually give me a completionist logbook. Because it hurts my soul, the empty spaces I have in my Final Fantasy XIV. The question marks I have because I'm actually just not high enough level to catch those fish yet. Even if I had the right bait for them, I just wouldn't be high enough level to catch them. What I would do is have each fishing hole be like a 5 level range instead of like the 30 level range or more that Final Fantasy XIV fishing holes are. So that way, if you can catch the lowest level fish in an area, you can probably catch all the fish in an area. Or at least make it so that way if you can't, it's more your fault than the game's. Because it means that you're fishing at a higher level area than you should be. And yeah, that's your fault, not the game's. I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. It's because I'm fundamentally, I am a completionist. That's the way I view games, it's the way I play games. That doesn't mean that I complete every game. I'm not an obsessive completionist. I generally only play games while I'm still having fun with them. But when I am playing games, I will obsessively try to complete them. But only things the game monitors. Like, I have a list of what recipes I have in this game, so I will go and collect all the recipes. As far as I'm aware, there's no list of what fish I've caught, or what items have been in my possession, so I don't really care about collecting every item. The game doesn't track it. But you can bet if this game had a logbook that did track it, I would care a lot more about maxing those things out. I would care just because it exists, just because it had that. But because it doesn't, I don't. You know? Like that's the way I've always played games. And I think what really made me switch to that, like I used to be the kind of person who would be like, no, I want to do everything I can in a game if I like it. I think what really broke me of that was reading about what 100%ing Final Fantasy VII looks like. I think that's what really did it. Because if you haven't, I think it's a really interesting thing to read up on if you're interested in what game completion looks like. Because in Final Fantasy VII, there are people who would say that if you don't get 99 of every item, do every bug that you can to be able to get an infinite amount of each materia, including being able to leave a materia on the ground by utilizing a bug, with one specific summon materia. If you don't do all of that, this whole thing, there's this whole comprehensive list, including being very careful about making sure to reset when you level your characters until they have enough health for you to still max out their health at 9,999, because health gain in that game is slightly random, and you're not guaranteed to get maximum on every character. And in fact, it's not super likely for you to get maximum on every character. It's not like ridiculously unlikely, but it's not super likely for your base health to hit maximum on every character. As I was saying, and you do all of that, and then you do all the extra stuff, which would be considered part of a 100% run normally. And then, and only then, have you done 100%. And like, I'm glossing over how crazy a lot of that stuff is. Like, in order to get 99 of some things, there are some rare drops where that will be a bit. Like, that will take a hot second in order to do that. Like, that's not easy. And so, you know, there's a lot of stuff there. And I think that's the game that really broke me to the point where I'm like, if the game itself doesn't track it, I don't care. I'll do it if it seems fun. But if the game doesn't track it, I'm not considering it part of 100%ing the game. That's why I will platinum trophy a lot of games and just stop, even though there's technically more to do. Like, I played Atelier Totori, and you can platinum trophy that game without beating every extra boss, I think. Is it Totori that's like that, or Meru? One of those games is like that, where you can platinum it without having to beat every extra boss. And I was kind of done with the game after I platinumed. I was feeling done with the game, so I just didn't. I just didn't fight the next extra boss because it wasn't part of the platinum trophy, and I just didn't care. I didn't care enough to do it. Come on. There we go. Heck yeah, another raw, brilliant small fish. Life is good. Just need another 21 raw, brilliant small fish. And by 21, I mean 19, actually. Because I forgot the cooking starts at level 1, so I only need 49 of them. So I'm pretty sure that that up until through level 50, that's a 1-to-1. I think raw, brilliant small fish are a high enough level recipe for that. If they're not, I might cry, but, you know, it'll be fine. I believe. Maybe. I mean, either way, I'm just gonna keep fishing, right? Like, I am at minimum fishing until my skill in fishing is 100. Although at 75, I'm gonna have to take a break and go learn, journeyman fishing. Yeah, I'm gonna go learn journeyman fishing, journeyman first aid, and journeyman cooking. Just getting this character up true journeyman on all fronts. And I'm going to very deliberately not level fishing on all my characters at the same time. I'll do it on all my characters eventually, but what I'll probably do is once a week I'll fish on one of my characters, give or take a bit, just because this does take a while, and I don't want it to devolve into, oh hey, this is one of the weeks that I'm just fishing, because I'm getting my fishing up on every character. No, we're not doing that. We're just gonna do it occasionally on some characters, because that is a much better plan and a much better experience. So yeah, getting more raw, brilliant small fish, that's what I really need. Another raw, brilliant small fish, it's my destiny. Why is a fish my destiny, you might ask? Because I don't know where the song is going. That might seem like a flimsy reason, but don't worry, I just made it up just now. What's really fun is after I finish doing something ad-lib like that, to go back through it in my head and be like, well, how could that have been better? That's always fun. Now, wait. Okay, another raw, brilliant small fish. Getting all them raw, brilliant small fish. Working every day. Gonna turn them all into fish pate. Technically I'm not, I'm just gonna grill them, but hey, you know that's not as fun. It certainly doesn't flow as well into song to say I'm just gonna grill these fish. Making up songs on the fly is entertaining. Society is hard. Cause like, so, you know, I do a lot of thinking about copyright law. I've mentioned that on a few other streams. And, like, I don't know. Because, like, on the one hand, I want someone to be able to profit off their work and not be taken advantage of. But, like, fundamentally, the problem here is that we all need money. And I really wish that we could solve the problem at its source, right? It'd be so nice to just live in a society where you didn't have to worry about who's gonna be able to make money off of something. It's just such an annoying thing. Like, yeah, it's something you need, but do you need it? I don't know. It's just complicated, because society is complicated and there's really not much you can do about that. You know? Because fundamentally we don't live in small villages of a couple hundred people where you know everyone else. if you live in that kind of society, then you can just be like, yeah, we don't need money. It's irrelevant. We could just share everything we have, and, you know, so long as we don't run out of resources, everything's fine. And it's not something that you need to worry about, or worry that people are going to fight over things, or any of that. The fundamental problem is that we don't live in a small society. I have to go level up my fishing now. Put my staff just in case. By just in case, I mean because I knew that I was going to run right through these spiders. So I wanted to cast some stuff on myself. But yeah, it's definitely like, I just wish that... I wish the world could be less complicated in those ways. But it can't be. That kinda sucks. Or at least it can't be right now. Maybe in a century or 3, things will be less complicated in a few ways. By then, the idea of money is something that you need may have disappeared. And isn't that a weird thing to think about? That money is something that you need would disappear? I don't know. Post-scarcity societies are really interesting to think about because as long as they don't go dystopian, they're a lot better. Like, it's... A post-scarcity society isn't necessarily a utopia, but every utopia will be a post-scarcity society. Like, that's fundamentally one of the fundamental elements of a utopia, is that you don't hunt for resources, right? You know, if everybody's hungry and poor, you might still manage to have good people, and people might still be happy, but it's not a utopia, right? So that's like one of the fundamental pieces of a utopia. It has to have that. Anyway, learn journeyman fishing. Life is good. Let's go back to fishing. We're gonna go back to fishing that same area because I still need more brilliant small fish. And because I don't actually have a recipe to cook catfish, I don't really want to be catching them. And I suspect that catfish are a higher level cooking item. Because it takes cooking level 50 to know how to make a long jaw mud snapper. So catfish are probably a level 100 or maybe 125 or something item. They're probably at least 75, and the point is that not gonna have that high of cooking for a bit, you know? Okay, just gotta keep walking down the street. Keep walking to the beat. And then we go down to eat? Yeah, we'll go with that. We go down to eat. You know, one of these days someone's going to join in the middle of one of those song breaks and they're just gonna immediately leave. And I'm never gonna know they were here until I look back on the analytics for a stream and be like, oh, someone popped in and then just immediately left, huh? Wonder why that was. And it'll have been because of that. But on the other hand, if they aren't the kind of person who would, you know, want to hear me singing, it might be better if they leave earlier rather than later, you know? Because, like, this is probably going to be a thing that happens. It's definitely a thing that's going to keep happening for as long as I don't have anyone to talk to, right? when I have someone in stream to talk to, then that's different. I can just talk to them, right? Anyway, okay, cool. Anyway, so back to fishing. Now that my fishing skill maximum is above 75. Back to our vibe check fishing extravaganza. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe fishing for an hour was not the best plan. Like, maybe I should have split this up a little more, you know? But, oh well, too late now. Okay, we will just keep on getting some fish. It'll be great. They'll be so delicious when I turn them into stew. And they'll also be nutritious for you. 'Cause you know you're the one I'm cooking for, Mr. Burn It All. You're the one that matters, Mr. Burn It All. That'd actually be hilarious to go through an entire song that sounds like, you know, that's it's all about either love or friend. Like one of those songs, it's unclear about whether you're talking about a lover or a friend. You're like, you're the only one that matters, and you go through like that whole kind of song, and then you just like reveal that it was all for a fictional character that you made. Alright, I should figure out what my talent point plan is for mage, huh? Actually, let me go do that real quick. Okay. Go over at mage. To talents. And let's see what I should be doing. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to respec a couple of times. Okay. So let's look into what I should be doing while level. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I want to go. Okay. Okay, now that I've decided that, time to... Yeah, we're gonna go primarily down the arcane tree for leveling. Just because I think that'll be the most efficient for questing overall. I'm not certain that it will end up having been the most efficient for questing at the end of the day, but that's what we're going with. That's the hope, is that it will end up being the most efficient for questing. I think it's definitely either have going to been that or fire, because while AoE is really good for leveling, I suspect it's not as good for questing. And since the primary goal of this challenge is to complete all the quests, having either mana regeneration during combat or the ability to kill one thing really fast is better for what I'm trying to do. For completing as many quests as possible as fast as possible. Because the issue with AoEing is that you have to be using it in specific places where you can actually gather enemies that efficiently. And it's also a lot more effort, which is great if your goal is to just hit 60 as fast as possible, but since I don't really care, it's not as good for me. Plus, this translates into a good rating build for at least until you're past the point where things are immune to fire. Um, yeah, fire mages just kind of get screwed in this for the first several phases of raiding. Because until you're through raiding things that, you know, until you make it past the point where these things are, where things are immune to fire, you just don't get to be a fire mage. Even if you're spec'd into fire, you're still an ice mage, so you may as well just spec into ice and then re-spec into fire once you've done all the fire raids. No, that's just the better plan. Anyway, I now have enough brilliant small fish to level my cooking up as high as I need to. So, you know, that's nice. Then we'll just let the Longjaw Mud Snapper level up. Hopefully we'll get more Longjaw Mud Snappers to level up fishing beyond level 50. I'm hoping to have enough fish to get to 100. We'll see. Definitely getting fishing to 100, and however many fish I have after that is however many fish I have after that, you know? At that point, I'll just level my cooking up, and then I'll just be making a practice of learning whatever cooking recipes I can, and going from there. You know? How it works is how it works. So however it works out, I'm all good with it. On the one hand, I only finished one area today, but on the other hand, fishing is so much higher level than it was. My cooking's gonna be so much higher level, you know? Like, these are things I would have had to level eventually. I'm actually surprised I got that. I didn't think I would because my My hand wasn't even on the mouse, so I didn't think I'd make it fast enough to get that one. I was stretching and just betting on that it wouldn't I wouldn't get a fish until I was done with the stretching. Now I wait for the bobber to go underwater. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Gonna get to level 100 today. Gonna get to level 100, hooray! Gonna get to level 100 today. Hey. Yeah, I am that weird. But hey, we're almost there on fishing. So, you know, that's really good. Fiddle, there we go. Which is good, because there is a lot more fishing to do. So it's nice to be through a not insignificant portion of it. Oh hey, a healing potion. That's nice, I guess. I just love the random things you can get when fishing. Like, they usually make some kind of sense, but it's still funny. Do 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 do. Do. I'm a fisherman, yes sirree, leveling my fishing with much glee. Here we go, it'll level up again right now. There it goes. One more fishing level for me. Everything is coming up swimmingly. Gonna level my fishing again. There it goes. Hey, there it goes. Everything's great when I'm fishing today. Everything is going just my way, except when I accidentally minimized WoW and missed a fish. That really sucked. But hey, it's time to break a dish. I don't know. I couldn't think of a good line to end that on, so I went with something ridiculous. It was all going well until I accidentally minimized World of Warcraft. What I was doing was, because I'd had the mage talent build up in the background, I no longer had chat up in the background. So I was reopening chat just to make sure that, you know, someone hadn't joined and tried to talk to me. You know, just on the off chance that that was the thing that happened, you know? Do 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 do. I would really like to get through here to finish fishing. That'd be great. Really want to finish fishing. 94. It would help if I got more more mud snappers. They give me significantly more XP for fishing. Something that I think I would really like on a perfect fishing system, is if you're gonna make it more complicated than say this, where it's a pretty chill system where you just kind of right click and then you're good. What I would really like is if, so I generally prefer systems where instead of fish giving you less XP, because that's what happens with this kind of system, right? With a lot of MMO systems, especially ones that are based off of this, or things that this took inspiration from, with a lot of systems, the way it works is as you level up, lower level things just stop giving you experience, or they start giving you less, and then they stop giving you experience, and I don't really like those kinds of systems at all, ever. It's actually the thing I like the least about World of Warcraft Classic, and just World of Warcraft in general, because I'm assuming that their basic EXP system didn't change much. What I prefer, what I really like, is a system where instead of things stopping giving XP if they're too much lower level than you, if your just make your EXP curve exponential. So that way, yeah, sure, that fish from 5 levels ago still gives you 100 XP every time you catch one, but it no longer, matters to your overall XP. Like, yes, technically it contributes, but the amount of them that you would have to catch is utterly ridiculous, so look for something of your level if you want to actually level up. And that makes logical sense, too, right? Like, someone who spends 10 years fishing, even if they're fishing relatively easy to catch fish, is still going to be getting better as a fisherman over time. Not at the same rate that someone who was going for harder to catch fish and things like that would, but they will still be increasing. It'll just be increasing at a different, and I really prefer that kind of system. That doesn't mean that I think that kind of system is perfect. No. There are a lot of things that you should do to tweak it and make that kind of system make more sense. And there are a lot of little things you can do to make that kind of system feel better as well. I just think that as a base system, as what's going to be the base of the rest of the system that you build around it, I like that better. But that's fundamentally because it, that's the best way to put it. I ascribe to the Goblin Slayer way of thinking. In Goblin Slayer, the main character pretty much only ever goes after low-level enemies. But he's still absurdly strong, because he's been going after low-level enemies for a long time. He's killed a ridiculous amount of them, because he has a major vendetta against goblins. But he's killed an utterly ridiculous amount of them. And sure, he may occasionally be surprised by the abilities that higher-level enemies have, but when it comes to being able to win a fight, he's still really good in a fight, even though he's mainly been fighting low enemies. And of course, that all depends on the logic of why people get stronger in your world. But I just like the exponential curve method better than the things are just gonna kind of stop giving you EXP method. Because honestly, I think the things are gonna kind of stop giving you EXP method is a cop-out for not building a better curve. Yeah, that's my hot take of the day. That's why. That is why so many MMOs have you stop gaining EXP from enemies after a certain level, because they don't think that that they can make a good enough EXP curve that they will consistently convince you to go fight higher level enemies. Especially like ones that do what WoW does, where they both increase the amount of EXP and reduce the amount that things give you if they're lower level than you, and increase the amount if they're higher level than you. They're doing a lot here. And most of it is because they don't believe in themselves. Also just realized that I have no idea where I'm going. Like, you ever had one of those moments where you're like, wait, where am I going? Yeah, because what I need to do is find out where the cook in this town is. Because I don't know. So let me go up here to this sentinel.
What brings you here?
Crescent trainer. Cooking.
Del Madras.
Okay, he's over there. Yeah, I wasn't going the right way at all. Glad I asked. But yeah, like it's a cop-out, right? And yeah, that kind of makes sense, because honestly, it means you can put development towards other things. That's why I say, like, that's why I don't bash on Warcraft for having easier EXP system. Fundamentally, EXP is itself a construct to make it easier to explain why your character gets stronger. You know, on a fundamental level, it's a matter of which construct you prefer. Like, there's not a super right answer to be found here. Is there not a fire here? Why does the cooking trainer not have a fire? Fire up above? Serious? The cooking trainer doesn't have a cooking fire? I'm annoyed by this reality. Like, what is this nonsense? What'd you cook that pig with, huh? Oh, buddy? Where'd you cook it?
Can I assist you? Be careful. Greetings. Then not.
Came here thinking that there would be a...
Peace be with you.
Okay, that's just smoked sagefish and say Trish Delight. We have both of those in my inventory. Even the symbols of a fire. Fire that's not here. Me Google Darnassus cooking fire. Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't look at all like a cooking fire, but apparently this is one. For some reason. According to what I just read, anyway. We'll see if it's at all accurate. Might not be. Who knows? There's cooking. There's cooking. Yeah, it's not telling me I require a cooking fire, so I think we're good. Okay, now we get to watch brilliant small fish come out for a few minutes. Like, this'll take a second. But hey, that's the wonder of it all, right? Watching uncooked food become cooked food. That's fun, right? Yeah, this'll take a second. I'm resisting the urge to scroll Twitter while I wait. It's hard, man. You know, I always thought it was funny how haha, funny, how could people lose so much time to Twitter? And then I made a Twitter for my gaming stuff and followed a bunch of the other gaming people, and I get it. I get it. I was the one who was wrong. I was the one who was wrong. It was not the children who were wrong, it was me. If you don't get that reference, you either didn't watch Simpsons as a child or you're too young for this. For to listen to me. Be gone. I say be gone, but there's nobody. So I banish myself to the Shadow Realm. Yeah. You find something that tells you to banish the closest person to the Shadow Realm. What do you do? Correct answer. Banish yourself. You are the closest person. Heck yeah, cooking all the way up to 50. Just about. Crap. Brilliant small fish no longer level me up twice per. That's a real shame. On the bright side, it means I'll run out of brilliant small fish before I have to stop to learn the next tier of cooking, so that's nice. And I get to just chill out and watch it happen. And this is really entertaining. I love fishing. It is, or not fishing, cooking. It is very fun. Crafting is the most interesting part of this game. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. At least when you're fishing, you can vibe, right? Like this isn't even vibe worthy. This is just boring. It's just you sit here and you watch a bar fill up a bunch of times. And unlike, say, an idle game, you don't get as much satisfaction when the bar fills up. Okay, let's go learn. Train me, journeyman cooking, thank you. Train me on all these others too, just because.
Good luck.
There we go. Okay, now let's learn my level 50 cooking recipes here. Okay, now go back here. Here, go to cooking, and make some long jaw mud snappers. Should get me up to above cooking 100. Which is nice. Like, that's good. Heck yeah, we love cooking all night long. 'Cause that's how long it's gonna take to make all these long jaw mud snappers. Ho ho, that's right, spitting fire out here. Really hitting these long jaw mud snappers with them sick burns. Get it? 'Cause I'm cooking them? Haha. I'm the funniest. Ain't nobody as funny as me. Hey, that's lucky. I just realized my phone wasn't silenced. So, you know. It's only pure luck that it didn't go off at some point during the stream. My finger's finally starting to feel relatively normal again after I cut it, while chopping something a few days ago. Like, I cut it pretty bad and, like, right along the knuckle. So it was really annoying for a couple of days. So I had to, like, awkwardly not bend my finger. Which, it's really hard to not bend your finger when you bend your other fingers. Like, especially, like, it was my middle finger that I cut. And, like, your pointer finger, like, you're used to not bending with your other fingers, right? But, like, the other three, fingers below your pointer, you generally bend them all together most of the time unless you're flipping someone off. So like it's really weird. Like so many motions are just ingrained, and like I kept having to, you know, consciously stop a motion as I started it. It's really annoying. Okay, there we go. I cooked a bunch of jaw mud snappers. Joy. Now let's learn the sagefish recipe. There we go. Now I don't know where the first aid trainer is, which means I need to go find a person who can tell me who the first aid trainer is. Expert Taylor. So, that's the cloth core master. I was like, why does this guy have a quest? Do 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 do. I ran right past the guys who could have just told me where the cooking trainer was. Anyway, profession, not cooking, first aid.
Farewell.
Oh, and yeah, somewhere in the craftsman's terrace over there. Now we can finally go and finish the area fully with this character, and then we are out of here. Get to move on to other things. Lord knows there's enough to do.
Peace be with you. Farewell.
On a complete and utter tangent, just because I realized that I just said something similar. It's really interesting how people will still say,
What brings
even if they're not religious, they'll still say things like Lord knows and things like that, like sayings that are clearly like from religion.
good luck?
And I think that's really interesting because they're so ingrained in our vernacular that, you know, they probably don't even think about them before they say them. They're just something that people say, right? Like I didn't think about it before I said Lord. It's like that's a saying. You know, it's not something you think about. And I've heard people who are like adamantly not religious say things like that without even realizing it because it's a saying. You don't think about it. You don't think about sayings. Like that's not the way humans work with language.
Crazy.
The literal meaning of sayings is not something that you did not mean to put conjure in there. Meant to put that and that in there. There we go. So let me take that out so I can learn. Okay, now let's learn how to make spider kebabs. There we go. More thing. Okay, let's go. Hey ho, hi ho, let's go. Also, I'd like to point out, I definitely just spent an entire hour fishing on a whim. Like literally, I was running past Miss Fishing Supplies here and was like, oh, you know what? I should do that before I leave. 1 hour later. Yeah. Yeah. Just left, so I'm gonna take a hippogriff.
What brings you here?
Crap. I don't have the flight location for Aberdeen. I didn't get it on my way. Well, I guess I'm gonna go wait for the boat. It's real unfortunate. On the bright side, I just made myself a little smarter, so there's that. Only by 2, but hey, every bit counts, you know? Okay, now we wait for a boat. Be waiting for the boat today, my friends. Don't worry, it's never gonna get here ever again. Let's watch the mountains fade in and out, woo, 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 and wonder what the heck that's all about. Seriously, why are they fading on the edges of my vision? Fade away on when it's the center of my vision. It's so weird. Makes for a cool effect though, right? Like that looks cool. Whatever. Now we wait for a while, and we cry for a while, and we dance for a while. And we wait for a while, and we cry for a while, and we jump off of a cliff for a while. And we cry so loud for our dreams are all about the change we'll never see. That's all from I don't I don't know what I'm doing. Do do do. Hey, the ship's coming back. We're almost there. Now I wait for the boat to come. What was that weird camera thing there? What? Oh. Let's go chill out up on this crate if I can manage to actually end on the crate. There we go. And now we'll sit down for a while. Just, you know, take a nice break. continue our journey. Day 334. The ship still continues on. Soon we will reach our destination. Man, if only I'd had a flight path, this trip would have taken 2 minutes. Anyway, we're almost there at least. Quite time to jump out yet. There it is. If I was a shaman, this would have been way faster. Oh, this would have actually been a way faster way to get over here. So if I was a shaman, I could have just walked on water the whole way. And that doesn't take the same speed penalty that swimming does. So let me, climb out of the water. I know you can climb out of the water somewhere along.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
There you go. Okay, let's find the Hippogriff Master. I think it's somewhere over here. We'll see if I accurately remember where it was. And it looks like the answer is yes, because I'm pretty sure that's it right up there. Cool. There we go. Flight path obtained. Now we go to the Grove of the Ancients and do the next thing. It'll be lots of fun. I walk along road today. This road leads to death. My enemies thought I was going somewhere dark with that again, didn't you? But not today. Today I'm trying to keep my songs a little more lighthearted, a little happier, and we're able to be good. I don't know. Also, I can take fishing off my now. It's just annoying to not have it on your bar when you're actively fishing. Anyway, so once I head on out, so what I'm going to do is go down here to the Grove of Ancients. And by the way, you're gonna notice I don't do something, and it's not gonna make sense, but I promise it does. I'm not gonna double check that I have the flight path, and that's because I don't care, because I'm a mage. I'm not coming back this way before around level 20, and by that time I'll have the ability to teleport, because I think that you get that at level 20. And once I have the ability to teleport, it's super easy to get around as a mage. Like, it's ridiculously easy. So I'm not worried about having to make the run again if it turns out that I, in fact, did not have the area done. Like, that's fine. I can make that run. It's easy. It is not a hard run once you can teleport. You can teleport, that run is easy peasy. It just is. Because what you do is you slow an enemy, and then you just teleport away. And you keep running. And it's not going to catch you. So it's kind of irrelevant. As is, my mage had one of the easier times getting over because of frost armor. By then, my mage will be able to survive several more hits from those enemies, and I'll be able to just outrun them, and it won't matter. So, yeah. In other words, I don't care about those enemies. They are not challenging enough to make me care. So, you know, I will continue on. Okay, we are going to go to the grove of the ancients. It will make us sad. It will make us bad. I don't know where I'm going with that. Regardless, we're gonna go to the Grove of the Ancients, then we're going to teleport back, and then that'll be all for today. And yeah. So far the stream is going well. I mean, got a whole 2 bots in here today, so you know, that's really progress. You know? Like that's really moving forward. Okay, there we go, turn that in. And then use the Hearthstone and go back to the human realm. Anyway, so not actually gonna stay in the human realm though. We got some more walking to do. We're gonna do it now at the tail end of a stream rather than at the beginning of the next one, because I think it works a little better to do it now. So journey forth we do. We go on to the Hippogriff Master, gonna fly faster. Really wish that I was better at walking. Imagine if my characters were faster. Wouldn't that make this so much better? Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know. I'm honestly hoping that I'll get at least most of the, I'm hoping I'll have more time to stream over the summer. And if I do, I'll devote at least a couple of streams a week, a couple of longer streams a week, to just getting through World of Warcraft Classic. Because I have a lot more to do here. We are still firmly at the beginning of this experience. What's my slash played at this point? Yeah, only 9 hours on this character. Weak. But yeah, so my goal over the summer is going to be doing at least probably 2 6 to 8 hour streams a week on just WoW Classic, and then probably have at least one other stream a week that's on something else. Don't know what the something else will be yet. Probably won't be Final Fantasy 14, because if I was gonna play another MMO, I would probably just play more. Play more of this. So it'll be something else. That's not Final Fantasy 14. Not sure what it'll be yet. I don't know. Haven't decided.
Need help? Go with honor, friend.
Oh, I never got any flight locations. Okay. That's annoying. Okay, that's a bit more walking than I was expecting to have to do. we'll take the train over to Ironforge, and we'll see, and I'll get the flight path there. Some people are shouting. They're yelling technically. They seem rather unhappy about things that are happening. No idea what's happening that they're unhappy about. Okay. Let's go. Getting a little bit closer. It's getting where we're going. It's gonna be great. We're almost there. Just gotta take the train. Only be there a little bit past 9. So, still do it this stream. Yeah, so something I'm thinking I might do is specifically, I know I mentioned earlier, oh come on, please make it. Please. Please. Please, please, yes! Oh, not even close. I can respect it. This dude's crafting while he is on the thing here. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good time to do that. Better question, why is a level 40 bothering to take the train? Just fly places, dude. Like, it's 50 copper to fly between these two locations. Though I'm actually not sure if flying is faster than the train. I don't know. Might not be, come to think of it. Especially if you have a mount and can thus limit the walking time to get to the tram. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might do some challenges or speedruns of some games that I've played before and enjoyed. We'll see. I don't know. So that's the wrong way. So you're just gonna keep crafting? Good luck to you, dude. Have fun. Jump into the portal. Or the fact that other people, you know, just kind of see me awkwardly. We're gonna pretend I jump majestically into the portal, and that's just the end of the story. Okay, it's 8:59 and we are officially in Ironforge, which is the next area that I'm gonna have all of my Alliance characters do. It's not Ironforge itself, but Dunmorrow. So you know that's good. Like, we have made it. And fishing and cooking and first aid are all at the journeyman level on this character now, so you know that's good. Let's go get this flight path over here and see what we have connected to it, because all the flight paths this way go through Ironforge. So
what can I do?
okay, so I do have both Elsamar and Menethil Harbor on this character. I just needed to actually have the Ironforge connecting point. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the stream today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.